Welcome to another segment of Logical MGTOW. This one's going to be part two of the reason I became MGTOW. Of course, I'm going to tell you the other half of what what transpired while married, of course, for about 6 years. And one thing I didn't like was the fact that when it came to what she wanted, as we've been talking about in MGTOW, is that it had to be done, right? But like for example, if I wanted to relocate and we had a chance to relocate to my hometown, she didn't want to leave the county, and the county that we were in together, um, they the people don't know how to drive. The people try to listen into your conversations even as you walk down the street with anybody. The people think that they own the road when they really do not. Generally, in the sense of driving, as many people know, and I'm sure even many MGTOW members, even DOSCAGs um, and maybe even Mr. Hate Vicious would agree with that. People who damn go to the points go to the points of where they drive as if they got the damn license out of the damn Cracker Jack box or a cereal box or some little like prize that you win at like places like Chuck E. Cheese for having a certain number of tickets. You know, um, basic fact is that if anything were to happen that she wanted to be done, she wanted to have done, it would have to be done. Like what we've been talking about in MGTOW many times. But the basic fact is that where my hometown is, it's affordable. We'd be able to do a lot more than we were able to in the town that we were in, and yet she was refusal, and she said, well, if you want to, you can, but I'm gonna stay in this town in this area, and I'm not thinking we're married and it can't be where I go somewhere and you stay here. It doesn't work that way in marriage. Obviously, she expected to get her way. And besides the fact that what I said in part one, which was the fact of the smoking situation, uh, women need to realize if there's something better and they're married, um, would and it would be beneficial for both financially. Like my now ex-wife didn't realize. Even at that point, then basically you should listen to your man. You should listen to your husband and do what he knows to be right. And if even if you don't want to leave the area, there has to be a substantial logical reason. But even with that, though, too, is that in order to remain in a marriage and able to afford things, you need to really wake up um and basically deal with actual common sense. If in a certain area is more affordable than the area that you're in currently, then follow along with the fact that it's a lot cheaper than say your area or any other area around. Be that even if it is in a different county, but obviously in my situation that was not really the issue with her is even if it was getting harder to make it out in the area that all she cared about was being in an area that she felt that she was familiar with. But the one thing was is that there's more. It's more important to afford more than not to. And when it came if it comes to wanting to be around your parent, even if even if you fear them, um, it's better to know that you're gonna still be in the same fucking state, even if you're not. But still, it's better to be in a cheaper area, a low cost area, and you'd still be able to contact or even go to see from time to time your family member in the county that you move out of with your husband. But guess what though? And she didn't want my now ex-wife didn't want that, so I wasn't gonna be held down like a damn pin that you put on the tail that pin the tail on the donkey type of shit. No fucking way. Of course, she didn't want the divorce, but she had no inclination of why the divorce was happening. Besides, it was not only the smoking that I divorced her ass, is the fact that she she ignored the affordability aspect of living in my hometown. I'd be able to show her around when I was in the areas that I remember when I was very young, and we'd be able to afford more. No, that didn't matter to her. So guess what? If and when it does come around, seeing that I'm single and strong MGTOW, the basic fact is that I will not I will not allow a woman to decide for me. Granted, to I felt that I had to essentially because I was married at the time, um, but the basic fact is that I don't I was the only one that was doing most of the shit in the house in the place that she didn't know how to do anything when it came to cleaning the house. Although you could say that women will do that just so they don't have to do it. That's a possibility too. But but the one thing is also psychologically it could be the fact that and I'm not making an excuse for a woman either, but logically, if a it can, and it can also happen with many males, especially if they weren't taught of how to keep a place clean the appropriate way, in the proper way, then yeah, you know, but but I'm not gonna say if I am going to get married again because if I have to deal with that crap plus with the other shit that what's been going on in today's day and age, no fucking way. And with that too, if I were to, and I'm not gonna say if I am going to, but if I were to, I'd make it to where the judges in any state that I'm in would keep the form I'd have the woman sign in place if in case if she tried to get me in the courts. But guess what though? The basic fact is that I'd do it a lot smarter than most guys have, with the fact that not only will the prenuptial agreement stand in court, but also she wouldn't be able to get at my resources no matter how much she tried. Not even she wouldn't be able to get and spend my money. If she wanted to spend money, she'd have to work for it. The one thing is that I'm not going to worry about. I don't have to worry about that. So my resources are building up. And yes, we had children in the marriage, but the one thing is that just because if we were to live in my hometown, a different county, it wouldn't really separate us from our own children. But yet she didn't even think of that, now did she? Women need to realize they if they think they know best, they don't, obviously, especially especially my ex-wife didn't know what was best for us at the time in the relationship and marriage. Women think they know more better than we do in on anything that and and yet when they find that they don't, then say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me." No more of that shit. Mm-mm. Sorry is you. The word, the phrase, the word and or phrase "sorry" is we use too much, mostly by women. No more. And that "please forgive me. I cheated on you. Please forgive me" type of thing that women use. Luckily, I didn't have to deal with that with my now ex, but you know. Um, but the one thing was that she didn't care. She didn't even have a second thought. So basically, I said screw this shit, and I built up a way to where I'd be able to go through the with the divorce, and of course, after we went through the divorce, or even before we did the divorce process, she's all, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah." The basic fact is that she didn't realize that's the reason why she um she didn't think of the affordability of things, of living in my hometown. The better, the more we'd be able to do, even with the income that we both had. Um, the basic fact is that she didn't really even do do anything in the sense of even a thought. Would we be able to do, like, would we be able to do this? Would we be able to do that? We'd be able to do a lot more than we're able to now. I'd be telling her that straight out. With the afforded what with the cost of living in the area that we were in, it 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 started getting tougher and tougher. Yeah, but the one thing is that in my hometown it would have been a lot easier. And I'm not gonna say where my hometown is because it's my hometown. I was born and raised there, and I plan to go back there at some point. And no woman is going to prevent me to do that. So luckily, I am strong. I am self-confident, self-assured, and thank goodness for MGTOW. And if you want to know more, I can tell you, but I'm not going to go too deep like an open book because basically, of course, there's things I will say and things I won't say. But the one thing is that she had no comprehension of the whole thing at that point. Yes, my mother helped us find a place, which when I was looking for other cheaper place. Plus, I wanted to go back to my hometown. Of course, that's a whole different story of why I went from my hometown in the first place. Um, mm, I which basically doesn't go coincide with MGTOW anyway, so I don't have to say it really. Um, but I am going to make it. I've been making. I have already made it a mission in starting in '87. I made it a mission to go back to my hometown, and I'm going to go back to my hometown and live there. And I know it's a lot more. It's a lot different than it was when I was a kid, but there's still a number of areas that are still the same places and everything. But the one thing is, it's my hometown. My roots are there. I'm not gonna. I didn't like being rerouted, as a metaphorical aspect is. But as a kid, what can you do? Of course, I had one idea, but that would have gone through the legalities of things and whatnot. But anyway, the one I know many of the MGTOW wonder if I'm probably wonder if I'm real, of why I call myself logical MGTOW Spock. I have a lot more. I have a better understanding of the female nature and psyche, but in a way, of course, so does Mr. Hate Vicious, and so does Das Gags in their own way. So I'm not gonna say I'm Einstein on it, but I have a, I guess, a deeper one when it comes to psychology. Basically why I go towards logical MGTOW spot, because I know that I have an understanding of psychology, um, and I've used psychology to help many people outside of MGTOW especially. Um, but you know that when it came to after I got all set and ready to be in a relationship again, this is before I went into MGTOW. As I mentioned, I think I may have mentioned on my part one of why I became MGTOW. Why and how actually. Um, and I can tell you, it was not. It wasn't really, shall we say, comforting. I kept on going back and forth in my mind, oh, hey, what's what, you know. But the one thing is that women have gotten very stupid, very high, too sure of themselves, because you can't be overly sure of yourself. Because if you're overly sure of yourself and you think you can get away with shit, guess what? Eventually, karma's gonna bite you in the ass, and you won't like it, and you won't know when it will happen. And if you think you're immune from karma being biting in your ass, you're mentally fucking unstable. Because karma is not something that you can decide if it does or doesn't. And that goes with the feminist bitches and the Me Too bitches need to realize that karma can bite them in the ass, and if they want, they keep on saying that they want a good man and all this other stuff. Ladies, you fucked it up. There's many of you females that have fucking did us wrong, even took us for everything we almost, well, if not totally all the things that we had and that we were more than willing to share with you, even in the marriage aspect. But no, you wanted to go a step further out of not the base of non-reality and sin and the sinful actions and such, in the sense of adultery to start with, among other things. Uh-uh. You're not gonna us men that have become MGTOW will not deal with that no more. You think you can just get away with things and cheat on us, but if we cheat on you, then you know it's a whole different thing. But if you cheat on us men, oh, it's okay to do so. No, it's not. The sexual playground is a lot more dangerous than you realize, you stupid bitches. You think you're immune to, you're not you just because you think you're the guy that you cheat on us men with, that you're gonna be immune from the disease. Nobody's immune from any disease. There's been many people in the 1980s that got herpes. There's many women and men that have got the, shall we say, gangrene, various other things. And now it's even more risky, to the point where even men and women are getting the aspects of, shall we say, HIV, AIDS, and there's no known cure for any of them. But yet women think that they play it safe when it comes to sexual playground. No, because it's simply a simple logic aspect is this: women lie to us men and think that the men that they fucking cheat on us men with, um, are going to be honest with them, by saying, "Oh, by the way, I have this." Those men will not say it. They'll just, "Oh, I trust him. I know he does. I know he's clean." They, you're not going to fucking do anything in the sense of asking, just in case you were to go back to your man that you fucking are cheating on. which is basically a big time mortal and spiritual sin. On the emotional level, trust and believing in one person has to be earned. The basic emo the basic emotional oh, I trust him is a flop. He may sound all they may sound all positive and all this and they wouldn't do you wrong, yet women do us men wrong left and right any chance they get nowadays. Guess what, ladies? If you cheat on your man, your husband, you'll be going straight to hell. And it's the same with the men that cheat on you, ladies. But the one thing is, as I've mentioned and possibly on my other one, is that when I was dating years before I got married, and the two women was dating in 2 separate years claimed that I cheated on them, so that's why they're cheating on me. And basically, I didn't cheat on any one of them. I know what's right and what's wrong. The women obviously claim that they do know what's right and what's wrong, but yet they do it anyway. They do the wrong things anyway, they expect society to give them a free pass. No more free passes for women. We men don't get free passes anymore, so you women will never get free passes ever again. And if any of one of the congressmen and legislating bitches and assholes are watching this video, you better make sure there's no more free passes for women because we men don't get no more free passes on many different things. Especially when it comes to cheating in relationship situations and various other things. Even legal things in the sense of violence and such like that. And homicides and shit like that. And fucking what's known as domestic violence. Yet when it's been proven more and more that if a guy hits a woman, yeah, he's gonna get imprisoned. But if a woman hits a guy, oh no 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 no, she'll just get way less time than the guy, and she'll get a lesser charge. No more of that crap. No more of that crap. I say this because I know it's true, and one, it's been proven, and also as an advocate, I will make sure it never happens again. If women do anything to us guys, the woman will have a heavier charge, and we men will have a lesser charge because there's there's no shall we say even aspects of or equal aspects on that aspect when it comes to where women get way lesser charged than us men. You know, yeah, you beat or murdered your own husband. Okay, here's your lesser charge. You beat or you murdered your wife. You get a higher charge. You're gonna be in there for life. No more of that crap. That's that's gonna stop. And if the government doesn't get it to where the woman gets a equal higher charge, if not a higher than the man type of charge, then guess what? You guys are going against the Constitution of men, and you idiots in the state and United States government will be going against the Bible on that aspect. And women are already going against the Bible by thinking that they have more entitlements and that they can get away with things even when it comes to cheating. When basically you're not getting away with things because basically once you women do things that are sinful and negative and you think, oh, you're going to be forgiven right off the bat. No, you're not, you fucking bitches. you will be leading yourself straight to hell. You think living is hell? Well, welcome to the Satan's pit. When you die for some reason, being whacked by vehicles, shot, stabbed, whatever, or things fall on your fucking feminist bullshit ass, then guess what? You'll find out what real hell is. Your soul will lead your sorry little bitch ass to fucking the hell's pit. You think you can put you women think you can put us men through hell, and what we have, and you consider um a real true man is what women expect to get from men is what women want, but yet the man has to forego everything that he deserves and he wants. Mm-mm. No, that's not equality either. You idiot feminist bitch. You fucking stupid sluts. You fucking Me Too fucking fakers. Everything I said in this video is true, and you women need to fucking wake up and realize you cannot act like a little fucking child and expect to get every little fucking thing you think you can and want and that you want. We men could do the same thing, but we know already that we won't. So therefore, it's gonna change that you won't. You women will never get things easy anymore. This is Logical MGTOW Spot. And be sure to click on that subscribe button and the bell, and you'll get more content of mine that I make and put out on YouTube and whatnot. Um, and um, and if you have any questions or anything, or if you want to talk, comment down below. This is Logical MGTOW Spock. Live long and prosper. And for those young men, believe me, what we MGTOW say and what I've said is an actuality. It's not phony baloney crap either. We know what the hypergamy of women, and yes, hypergamy is the fact that they think that women think that they are worth more than us men. They're not. That's why they want high extravagant bullshit shit that they will just leave aside and I mean the thing even the items that they don't fucking really need they still want. The things that we get that they logically and even in marriage the two wouldn't be able to afford, but they still want it. They want it anyway. And they expect us men to more than afford it, even if it nearly bankrupts us. They won't tell you that straight out, young men. So that's why you should go MGTOW. And they will do you wrong left and right, and they'll fucking lie through their damn teeth, guaranteed. They'll make it sound so true and so innocent and all. Mm-mm. Trust me. But the one thing is, even when they do try to act all innocent and sweet and endearing and all shit, when it's a little fucking game playing, mind fucking manipulation that they will be doing to you, don't fall for it and don't hit them though. Just go MGTOW. Leave their ass and go MGTOW. This is Logical MGTOW Spock. Live long and prosper. Stay strong. Stay MGTOW. MGTOW for life.